That's kind of some initial things. Um, Another thing that is very important would be to check your NAP consistency. So if maybe the business had a different name in the past or a different address, and citations have been built with the wrong address or the old name, old phone number, cleaning them up is very important. So you can either go in and edit them if you've got login details, or you can just make a new one. It's not something people talk about a lot, but you can just go in and make a new listing on the same website, and 9 times out of 10, Google's going to just reward the new page over the old page. It's not the best situation, but if you can't have access, if you don't have access and you can't contact them, just make a new one on the same website with the new details, and it'll index and it'll kick the old one out of the index, and Google will prioritize the new link. Building more citations is something you can always do. Like you can never have enough citations, not all of them index, not all of them are going to be picked up by Google or by SEO tools. So constantly building out citations. We build citations every month for clients. It's sort of just an ongoing process.
Especially the big ones, right? You want to get those off right away because you'll be able to link them.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Like at this point, if you're questioning why the business isn't ranking and you haven't built citations initially, well, maybe you need to go back and watch some other calls. But I think build your top citations initially, but if months down the track, you're not getting more improvements on what you thought, maybe you missed the NAP consistency, or maybe any one of these things we just spoke about was missed in the initial order, which is very easy to do. If you should be running CTR, and if you're not, why not? And if you tried it and it hasn't worked, then it's the strategy that you're using. I mean, all the tools as well, but it's mainly the strategy. And if you're running CTR and you're not running branded searches, you have to run branded searches. Have to. Like 30 to 50% of your traffic should be coming from branded searches. So that means that 30 to 70% of your CTR should be coming from branded searches, depending on what your initial search branded to target ratio is and how many clicks you're getting initially.
Yeah, 100%. Remember, guys, the SEO is what I consider the 5 pillars, right? On, off, content, backlinks, and that 5th one that I've added is search. Definitely makes a difference.
Big time. You need engagement. Google and Google Maps, they're user-based platforms. So like in all of the leaks that came out earlier in the year, they all spoke about engagement, users, CTR, all that stuff as being sort of direct ranking signals. So if it's not working for you, then your numbers are off. Try add some brand, up the brand if you're not doing that sort of 30 to 50%. And something we've spoken about and I think briefly set up on CTR Booster before, but referral traffic, referral CTR. So I was doing some research on referral CTR. And I just pulled up some websites. Walmart, as an example, 6.29% of their traffic is referral traffic. This is a plumbing website in Australia. 2.58% of their website traffic is referral. This is a law firm in Los Angeles. 32% of their traffic is referral. And we've got another law firm, and they've got 21 0.6% of all traffic is referral traffic. So if you're looking at your metrics and your referral traffic is 0, then maybe we can try and up that. And that was a big range, 2.6 or whatever, 2.5 to 31%, but having a few percent is better than having none. And
guys, Rhys, just to interrupt you real quick, sorry. Rhys actually went through this on an old video. So if you need help with that, within CTR, he literally went step by step by step on how to set up the CTR, what kind of link to use, because it's just not any link. You want to, once you go to that referral link, you want that domain to be obvious, especially with CTR Booster, and get that referral link over.
Yeah, check the old video out. We did it a couple of months ago. It was the CTR Booster walkthrough. And some things I'll say that are in the video. You've got 2 types of referral traffic. You've got your branded referral traffic, which is your press releases, your citations, your social medias, your branded web 2.0s, that sort of thing. And then you've got your target sort of keyword rich campaign referral traffic, which is your guest posts, your niche inserts, made Wikipedia links, non-branded press releases, things that rank for terms. And essentially what you're doing is you're finding websites that have a link to your site that rank for different keywords, whether that's your brand name, if they're citations and press releases, or whether it's blogs, questions, queries that your guest posts rank for, finding those terms and then clicking on that website on Google and going to your blog or your money page through that other website. And that's what we call referral traffic. So it can be social media, Facebook, Instagram bio, Twitter. It can be Reddit. You can have LinkedIn. It can be guest posts like all your Yahoo or your AP News links from your press releases, niche inserts, any link that you guys build, web 2.0s, driving traffic to them and then clicking through to your website. That's referral traffic. And I mean, that's sort of everything I'd be looking at. Like if you've done all of that and you're not ranking, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Really, book a paid call.
Yeah, I would do if even after these basic like best practice, if you're still not ranking, I definitely would take a look at the website and make sure that the GMB is connected, right? We showed an example here that we didn't touch the website. I'm sorry, we didn't touch the profile, but we touched the website and we saw a little bump. So make sure you connect those, the keywords, the services, the products, the categories on your website like it's on your GMB, and then connect the two. Make it obvious. Don't confuse it. Don't confuse like keyword modifiers like lawyers in New York. If they're in New York and they type in lawyers, Google's gonna now know. It's not like before. Like you needed to tell Google, like, hey, I'm here and I'm looking for this. Google's become a lot better, and those geos, they do help. They do, you can, a lot of SEOs like will put that and look, I'm ranking for this, but just make it that money keyword, make it that those main keywords, because now the geo is more like a modifier, right? Modifier of the keyword is not necessarily the keyword. So if you set up your website in that manner, where like, look, I'm prominent in New York or Australia, like here's the cities, things to do, why people come here, top things to do. Okay, now Google will say, okay, got you, you're in this area. And then you go in and then modify like your services for those particular keywords, whether it be pool, fencing, plumber, whatnot. then they get, okay, now I got your keyword, now I know where you're at, and they'll associate the two and give you that boost.
You said it better.
Questions, guys, make sure you put them in the chat. We can get to your questions. I don't see any at the moment, but yeah, I know Rhys just kind of wanted to cover the basics, give you the back end, like with your products and services. And then a lot of stuff may seem very elementary, but guys, like last week, right? Guy needs help, cleaning service. And he is like, hey, I'm not ranking. I go into it. There's not even a sitemap submitted into Google Search Console, right? You gotta get those basic stuff done. Another guy started to set the Google Search Console, but it wasn't completely done, right? So like you have no data to go off of. And that's why like kind of Riz went through like, hey guys, cover the basics, right? There's a reason why Google now you can tie your profiles onto the back end of your profile. There's a reason why all that, you could do that with schema, again, tying the website with the profile, Google Map profile. All that does matter. And it's not like one thing is going to shoot you up. Don't get it mixed. There's no really silver bullet. I think it's a multiple, like Lee taught me this, is diversify your ranking factors, right? So even if there is an update, yeah, you might drop, but just leave it alone. It'll come back up, right? Or you won't drop as low. Or let's say after all the dust is settled, you do drop, like you're not so far down that you can tweak a little things, and again you're diversifying your ranking factors and you're right back up. But I think the message that Riz was trying to point is to like, hey, take care of the basics. This does not work if you don't, right? The profile optimization, the on-site of your page, the more you do there, like Lee has taught me, the less you have to do off page, right?
I mean, this site, the pool fencing site that we're tracking, since I don't think I've touched this since May. Like, if you look at the ranking, we started ranking March, but it's continuing to get better. And even the last scan between the 7th of July and the 21st of July, it's just all twos basically now. And for the main term for fencing Brisbane, which I wasn't even ever trying to rank for, in the past month, we've gone from this to this with no additional work, just tweaking the CTR numbers. And as I said last time, in June, we stopped the CTR. And we've since started again very low, like 2 clicks a day, branded search only. But this is just a flow on from, again, getting the edges there, starting to rank better. This is just a flow on from all the foundational work we've done. And nothing special has been happening to this website. Like cost-wise, for us, of what we've actually done, probably just like a couple of $100. Let's be real. We bought a $50 press release on Fiverr. We got some citations. We ran some CTR. Clients have left some reviews. Maybe we built 2 or 3 backlinks, like paid backlinks other than web citations and web 2.0s. And just built up the foundations. And we're still reaping the rewards months later after not actually doing anything to the website. So those foundational work, it's so important. I mean, you get this result after months of work and you're very happy. After 3 weeks of doing nothing, it's even more it's even more joyful.
Yeah, one for sure, for sure.
And like fencing Brisbane's like the main term. Like there's thousands of searches for this, and we're ranking pretty well. I never expected to rank for that term. So Google's liking what we do. And I mean, everything we've spoken about, everything we've done in this listing, we've spoken about on these calls. What's quite interesting to see is, follow the process, follow the steps. And if you're in a competitive industry, you might have to do more, but it's the same steps. It's just more of the same steps. It's not more steps. It's just doing more of everything.
Yep. Any questions, guys, as we close it down here, coming to an end? Questions? And Peter, I'll get you the YouTube on it. Just look at mine or William's YouTube. My VA throws these replays up on mine or on the I believe Williams also putting them in the back end of the GMB Pros, but for sure on YouTube. Questions? I don't see any.
Good sign.
Anything else you wanted to cover?
That pretty much summed it up from me. There's not really too much else that I'd be looking at, to be perfectly honest. What are we doing next for ANS pool fencing? I guess trying to increase the glass pool fencing. That dropped a little bit. So trying to get that back up, running some CTR for that and seeing how that goes. Rather than that, everything's running pretty smoothly. So I don't think there's too much to report there. But maybe next time, next call, we can chat about, company branding, less on the GMB side and more on the sort of entity building side. Like,
do you deal with anything with stacks in your process, Rhys? Because I know somebody was asking me about stacks.
We don't do the stacks anymore. Okay. I really just keep it simple these days.
Got it.
On page, citations, press release, reviews, CTR, and that's really all we do.
Got it. All right, guys, with that being said, I think we'll call it for today. Rhys will be back in a couple of weeks. Peter, do you do ads to get GMB greens? You do any ads, Peter? I mean, Rhys? Peter's asking.
Running ads, not for ranking, not to get an increase in ranking. I have heard a lot of people talking about running maybe Facebook ads for increased CTR for specific location traffic, but nothing that I've ever done. I think that bot traffic, if done well, is really all you need.
Yep. Now that is a strategy, Peter. I know Harry uses it, and he uses a like long tail, so it doesn't get used. But the fact that he has money on there, not very much, but he does have like 100 or 200 bucks on there, and that is a method that people do use, and I've seen some people be successful with it. But that is a method. I've tried full optimization, but the GMB is still shows orange. Okay, so we kind of went through this a little bit at the beginning of the call, Peter, like looking at the competition, reviews, right? Services and products. If they're still showing like yellowish, make sure you tie it in with the website. Make sure the website has the right categories of the GMB. We'll get you the replay. I'll get you, Peter, shoot me a message, Peter, and then I'll get you the replay because it might seem very minute or elementary, but maybe it'll give you like an aha moment or like, okay, I didn't think of this. Getting that referral traffic, like Rhys said, will also definitely help. Reviews. I've literally, in fact, if you haven't looked at my Facebook, let me see if it's on there. I'll show you guys an example and see the area, the niche does matter. Peter, let me see. I literally just did this example on just reviews. Let me see if she's posted it yet. Bum, 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 bum. I want to say yes because she posted one. Maybe she hasn't, or I haven't given it to her. Let me bring up the example. Pete. Um, library. Okay. Where is it? And give me a second while I bring it up for you. Where are you? My projects. Oh, here go my albums. And Riz, if you want to chime in here while photos. Okay, here it is.
I guess it's just what we spoke about earlier, really. Feel free to reach out to me directly if you want to get more in-depth chat. You know, if it's normally something missing in the process or not doing something enough, if you're doing if you're doing everything we spoke about, then it's really just a sort of fine tweak on making sure that everything's done to what's needed for the campaign.
So here's, obviously, I don't know the niche or the area, right? But literally nothing was done here. We're just starting, but this is just reviews when the reviews just kicked in. And mind you, this is from June 13th to July 3rd to July 19th. Junk callers, not cleaning service. If I said, yeah, junk removal service, right? So it's a pretty like, so in the top 20, there were 91, now they're 109 to 167, just offer reviews. And Riz was just talking about that. So this is a perfect example. I need to get this posted to my girl. But again, reach out to Riz, myself. Riz, I know focuses on like the whole driving direction setup. He can get you squared away there for sure. But hit me up on Facebook. I'll shoot you the link of the video today, and that way you can review it and maybe give you some aha moments. And then Riz or myself can look at the actual profile more in depth, like where those holes are, what we think you should do to make a difference. But you see that. But again, now all of the cases, I don't have that many. It's only like a handful where I put reviews, you definitely see a jump. You for sure see a jump right now. And those reviews are sticking too, by the way. But again, I don't know the niche, the area, what else, what other holes that we can do. But that came to mind because it like literally, as you can see, it's recent, like it's on top of mind that we're looking at those, and it's making a huge, huge difference. Any other questions as we wrap it up here, guys? Any last thoughts, Riz, that you have?
Not really. It's slightly different episode today, I guess. Just count the wins. It's, I mean, a lot of it's about client expectations. I mean, if you tell clients they're going to be getting millions of calls within a month and they're not going to be too happy. But if you can manage those expectations from the beginning, and you always get extra leeway in terms of the time that it takes to rank and the times that when clients start getting disappointed or concerned, all of that comes down to the framing initially. So do your research initially, check all the rankings, check what you need to rank, make a roadmap, figure out how much it's going to cost you, and then build a monthly from there.
So with that said, guys, Pete, I'm thinking you're the Pete I'm thinking of. but just in case, this is my Facebook, and I believe Riz, you don't mind people reaching out on Facebook, right?
No, definitely not. Feel free.
Okay, so let me get you Riz's Facebook, guys. So if you guys want to reach out to him, you heard it here. He doesn't mind, reach out to him. He's helped a lot of GMB pros. So I'm pretty sure he's more than willing to
Always love a chat.
yeah, have a chat and help you out. There is Riz is right there. So feel free to hop on.
Put yours twice, let me put mine in.
Is that the wrong one? Oh, I didn't copy it right.
Nice.
I hate that. With my computer, it doesn't save it even though I hit the copy. I have to hit it twice. So perfect. You put it right on there. So guys, with that said, I appreciate everyone's support. Those that are catching the replay. Basic, but I think powerful and meaningful. So I'll see you guys in a couple weeks with Riz. We have a couple great guests coming up. I think you guys will be beneficial. A lot of tool driven, but heavy lifting guests that we're gonna have hop on here soon. But with that being said, much love, much success, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.
See you guys. Thank you.